Hi everyone, my name is Anjali and I'm fourth year BSMS student from ISER Bhopal. I'm from biological science majors and in this video I'll be starting a series. So this video is the Sri Ganesh of the series of PYQs, chapter wise PYQs of IAT. So many people have asked me in comment section that दीदी chapter wise PYQs कहाँ से करें, कहाँ पे available है, and I searched for that but मुझे कोई book नहीं मिला relevant. So I took the initiative to start this series. In this series, you will get chapter wise PYQs of biology because I am capable to teach biology only. Basically, I'll not teach, I'll just explain questions, chapter wise questions, because there are brilliant teachers to teach you people. So you must go and see Garima Goyal or Vipin Sharma sir for biology. So in this video, I'll be starting the last unit of class 12th class 12th book NCRT. So in that, biodiversity is there, ecology is there, so organisms and population is there, environmental issues is there. So I have analyzed the PYQs and whatever PYQs was available on IIT official website. I have taken those PYQs from this last unit. Why I have taken this unit? Because this unit is the easiest, and I have told in my video like what are the important chapters of biology which math students should definitely do. So I have told about this unit also because this unit is not tough to do for math students, and biology students of course have to do everything. So everyone should do this, read this unit and solve PYQs. Sometimes they repeat some PYQs which are very common. I'll tell you people if I find that. So let's start with the video. I'll be sharing questions, then I'll give a time to solve. Then you have to comment down that your question was right or not. So I hope that this series will be helpful, and if I don't get a good response, then obviously I will not continue because I'm a student. I have a lot of work to do. If this video will be helpful for you people, then only I'll continue, or else I'll not. So let's see. So this is the experiment type of video. Which one of the following is an example of genetic diversity? So this is the direct question, and direct answer is given in NCRT. They have taken from NCRT. So option one: variation in the potency and concentration of reserpine produced by Rauwolfia vomitoria. Option B: higher diversity of amphibians in Western Ghats than in Eastern Ghats. Option C: greater variation of ecosystem found in India than in Scandinavia. Option D: the greater diversity of plant species found in India compared to Central Asia. So, which is the correct option? Pause, think. वैसे तो there is nothing to think. Correct answer is there. So, if you don't answer this question, then please go and read NCRT. Yeah. Or see one shot that whatever I have told you to do for biology in my biology wala video. So, let's move on to answer. So answer A is correct. I have not given much time for this question to solve because there is nothing to solve. This is direct answer. So what is there? Variation in the potency and concentration of reserpine produced by Rauwolfia vomitoria is the answer. For which one of the following is an example of genetic diversity? Now see how. There are more than 50,000 varieties of rice and more than 1,000 varieties of mangoes found in India as given in NCRT. Different varieties of medicinal plant Rauwolfia vomitoria present in different Himalayan ranges differ in the amount of chemical reserpine produced by them. So this is the answer. The next question. In an island with 10,000 individuals, 4 have sickle cell anemia, a recessive autosomal disease. Assuming that the locus is in Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium, how many individuals in that island are expected to be heterozygous for the disease allele? So this is the question from that unit, inheritance wala unit. But as you will grow up, this question will be linked to ecology wala unit. So I have given that here. It doesn't matter anyhow, because Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium we study in our ecology unit. I don't know where you people study. Basically, I've forgotten. So I have kept this in this unit. So solve it. This will take little bit of time. So solve it. I'm waiting. I hope that you people have done. So let's move on to answer. So in this question, basically they have asked how many 2PQ are there. So because they have asked how many individuals in that island are expected to be heterozygous. Heterozygous they have asked for that disease allele. So let's see. See, sickle cell anemia is autosomal recessive. वैसे तो they have given this, yeah, a recessive autosomal disease. You should know this also. And they have given that 4 have sickle cell anemia among 10,000 individuals. So 4 among, this is 10,000, this is 10,000 have sickle cell. So as it is autosomal recessive, so you have to, autosomal recessive means q, p plus q is equal to 1, you know na. So autosomal recessive it is given, so q squared is equal to 4 by 10,000, which q comes to be 0.02. Now p plus q, we know that it is equal to 1, so we can easily find p is equal to 1 minus 0.02, which comes out to be 0.998. Now you have p also, q also. You have to find heterozygous, so 2pq you have to find, multiply, you will get 0.0392, but this is not the answer. You have they have asked how many individuals among 10,000, so you have to multiply it by 10,000. So 0.0392 into 10,000 is equal to 392. So 392 is the answer, that is option A. So you have to practice this type of question because they ask this type of questions almost every alternate year. This is very common type of question, very frequently asked in NEET also, Hardy Weinberg. Now let's move on to next question. Consider the following biomes: tropical rainforest P, tundra Q, desert R, coastal zones S. Choose the most probable descending order in descending order of net primary productivity of these biomes. So solve it. Means do it. There is nothing to solve. I hope that you people have done. So what they've asked. Huh. So the maximum net primary productivity is where? Tropical rainforest. If you have not read also, then also this is common sense. So tropical rainforest is maximum productivity, net primary productivity. So where is tropical rainforest? P. So either A can be the option or B. Now among these, what could be the next? Desert, tundra, or coastal zone? Think about it. According to me, I feel that desert should have the least, means primary productivity. So in both, desert has least primary productivity. Now among tundra and coastal zone, क्या लगता है तुम्हें, क्या होगा? According to me, A should be the option. Let's see. Yeah, answer is A. So tropical rainforest, then coastal zone, then tundra, then desert. So this is the descending order. ज़्यादा से सबसे कम net primary productivity. Now what's net primary productivity? Net primary productivity is calculated primarily by an increase in the biomass in a unit time per unit area. So this is the question. This I have also solved, and when I was giving exam, I did this correct. I don't know why I feel that this is from the time when I gave IIT. So let's see. Two graphs are given, and you don't have to worry because this is easy question. This is match the following type of question. Yeah. If you know what is X, what is Y, and what graph 2 means, then it's done. So body temperature is not fluctuating with external temperature. Internal body temperature is constant in X, as we can see. So X will be homeotherms. Now you can see that internal body temperature varies with external body temperature, external temperature. So Y will be, and we can see that in Y it is changing. So Y will be poikilotherms. See, if I'm not able to explain properly, then sorry. This is the first time that I'm teaching someone. And in second graph, let's see. So surface area to volume ratio of A and B is given, and we can see that surface area to volume ratio of A is more than surface area of volume B. Surface area is to volume of B. So of type A, surface area to volume ratio is more. Of type B, surface area to volume ratio is less. Now what they have asked: which combination most suitably represents the following animals in the order hummingbird, crocodile, frog, polar bear? So you have to match X with A, X with B, Y with A, Y with B, basically. So read the question again and try. I hope that you people have solved. So let's move on to answer. I have already told you what is X, what is Y, what is graph 2 telling. So hummingbird has larger or smaller surface area. Hummingbird, though it is, yeah, it is very small bird, but it has larger surface area to volume ratio because they have asked surface area to volume ratio in the question. So hummingbird has more surface area to volume ratio. So hummingbird will be type A. So yeah, this is sorted. Then crocodile. Crocodile has low surface area to volume ratio, uh, because it is comparatively big. Polar bear. Polar bear, according to you, what should be the surface area? It should be low. Polar bear. Type B. Frog. What should be the surface area to volume ratio? Type A or type B? Type A means more surface area to volume ratio of frog. Now you have to means guess. Polar bear will be poikilotherm or homeotherm. अगर polar bear poikilotherm होता तो polar bear रह ही नहीं पाता, ऐसे पूरे आइस में पूरा जम ही जाता. So polar bear is X. Polar bear is homeotherm. तो polar bear हो गया तुम्हारा X. सो X विल बी, और पोलर बियर का सरफेस एरिया टू वॉल्यूम रेशियो क्या होगा? Will be less. So XB. So either A is correct or C is correct. Now let's move on to uh, hummingbird. So hummingbird, I have already told you, more surface area to volume ratio, and so hummingbird will be A. Now hummingbird is homeotherm or poikilotherm. So as you can see, hummingbird is endotherm. सो इन दिस यू हैव टू रिमेंबर कि क्रोकोडाइल एक्टोथर्म है, पोलर बियर तो चलो एंडोथर्म वो समझ आ जाता है, फ्रॉग क्या है. सो दिस यू हैव टू कीप इन माइंड, देन यू कैन सॉल्व. वरना ये थोड़ा बहुत तो गेस भी कर सकते हैं. सो अकॉर्डिंग टू दिस हमिंग बर्ड एंडोथर्म, एंडोथर्म और वो जो मैंने अभी होम्योथर्म बोला सेम ही बात है. एंडोथर्म होम्योथर्म सेम, प्रोइक्यूलोथर्म एक्टोथर्म वही हुआ. तो अब इसका क्या ऑप्शन होगा? लेट्स मैच. एंडोथर्म एक्स होगा, एक्स. सो द ऑप्शन विल बी ए. तब से दिख ही रहा है, पता नहीं मैं क्या सॉल्व कर रही हूँ. आंसर ए. लेट्स मूव ऑन टू नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. तुम्हें करना होगा पॉज करना, आराम से करना और ऐसे उसका आंसर देख लेना. तुम चाहो तो तुम म्यूट करके भी कर सकते हो क्वेश्चंस, जैसे मन वैसे करो, क्योंकि मैं होती थी ना तो मैं ऐसे ही करती थी. तो जब मुझे नहीं आता था तो मैं आंसर एक्सप्लेनेशन सुनती थी या आंसर देखती थी. लेट्स मूव ऑन टू नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. मैच द फॉलोइंग. म्यूचुअलिज्म क्या होता है, प्रिडेशन क्या होता है, पैरासिटिज्म क्या होता है, कमेंसलिज्म क्या होता है? तो दिस यू हैव टू. म्यूचुअलिज्म दोनों का फायदा. प्रिडेशन शेर शिकार करता है हिरन का, प्रिडेशन हो गया. पैरासिटिज्म पैरासाइट, जैसे कि कुत्ते के शरीर पे जो टिक होता है पैरासाइट ही होता है. बालों में जू पैरासाइट. तो ये हो गया. कमेंसलिज्म में एक का बेनिफिट होता है, दूसरे का ना बेनिफिट ना लॉस, ये होता है. तो आई हैव रिटन दैट. पहले ये देख लो. कमेंसलिज्म वेयर वन स्पीशी बेनिफिट्स व्हेन द अनदर इज अनअफेक्टेड. अमेंसलिज्म होता है जहाँ एक का हार्म होता है और दूसरा अनअफेक्टेड रहता है. म्यूचुअलिज्म बोथ स्पीसीज आर बेनिफिटेड. पैरासिटिज्म वन स्पीशी बेनिफिट्स व्हाइल वन इज हार्म्ड. कॉम्पिटिशन में किसी का बेनिफिट नहीं होता है. प्रिडेशन मैंने तुम्हें बताया. न्यूट्रलिज्म में दोनों अनअफेक्टेड रहते हैं. तो अब हर्बीवोर्स जो है, हर्बीवोर्स एंड प्लांट्स, उसे तुम किस में रखोगे? प्रिडेशन हो गया सेकेंड ऑप्शन. कुक्कू एंड क्रो किस में आएगा? पैरासिटिज्म. ये क्रो नहीं अपना, ये अंडा जो रख देता है दूसरे के नेस्ट में, तो पैरासिटिज्म हो गया ये. सी एनिमोन एंड क्लाउन फिश किस में आएगा ये? एनसीईआरटी का है ये एग्जाम्पल. कमेंसलिज्म. फंगस एंड लाइकेंस किस में आएगा? ये भी एनसीईआरटी, एक्चुअली सब एनसीईआरटी का है. म्यूचुअलिज्म. सो आई होप दैट यू पीपल डिड दिस करेक्ट. पॉज करके खुद कर लिया करो. लेट्स मूव ऑन टू नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. Loss of biodiversity occurs due to growth of carrot grass Parthenium. This is an example of direct question of and direct answer from NCRT. This will be alien species invasion, क्योंकि पार्थेनियम एलियन स्पीशी है और हमारे भारत में ला दिया गया और वो बिल्कुल पागलों जैसा ग्रो होता रहता है. तो या ए आंसर. मैच द कॉलम. चलो हाई बीओडी क्या होगा? हाई बीओडी मीन्स वाटर पॉल्यूशन. बहुत लंबा वीडियो बन जाएगा इसलिए मैं थोड़ा फास्ट करती हूँ जो चीज़ डायरेक्ट है. हाई बीओडी मतलब वाटर पॉल्यूशन. ये पानी जितना गंदा होता है बीओडी उतना ही हाई होता है. और बीओडी जो होता है वो इन्वर्सली प्रोपोर्शनल टू ओडी, बीओडी ज़्यादा मतलब ओडी कम। कॉन्सेप्ट है फ्रॉम एनसीईआरटी, प्लीज डू दैट। ओजोन होल इज टू स्किन कैंसर, इतना सारा सनस्क्रीन बना हुआ है तो बचाने के लिए। तो ए का होगा 4, बी का होगा 1। तुम्हें पता चल गया कि डी हो गया आंसर। मैच करके देख लो, कंपटीशन में तो ऐसे डायरेक्ट टिक कर दिया करो, अब पता ही ये डी होगा। तो बाकी दोनों मिला लो, सी का 2 हो गया एलिनो इफेक्ट, ग्रीन हाउस गैस, बायो मैग्निफिकेशन, डी का 3 होगा फूड चेन। चलो, all species of vulture in India are threatened with extinction. Which is most likely outcome if all vultures in India go extinct? Vultures क्या करता है? Scavengers है, वो dead and decaying खाता है। तो vultures जो हमारा डिकम्पोजिशन डिग्रेड करने में हेल्प करता है। तो वल्चर ही सारा खत्म हो जाएगा, एक्सटिंक्ट हो जाएगा, तो क्या चीज होगा? नंबर ऑफ स्पैरोज विल इंक्रीज, हर्बीवोर्स विल इंक्रीज, न्यूट्रिएंट साइक्लिंग विल बी हैम्पर्ड, सॉइल पोल्यूशन विल डिक्रीज। सोचो। So nutrient recycling will be hampered. So ऑप्शन सी विल बी करेक्ट, क्योंकि वल्चर अभी मैंने कहा डिकम्पोजिशन ये सब में हेल्प करता है, डिग्रेडेशन। Vultures are scavengers, they feed on dead and decaying animals. So if vultures won't be there, then degradation and decomposition will be hampered, which will affect in nutrient recycling. If a population of a city of 100 people increases at an intrinsic rate of 0.1, intrinsic rate दिया है, R दिया है, but the city only has access to food and housing for 200 people. So 200 people max city का limit है food and housing का. What will be the current growth rate of the population be? So solve it. This will take time, so pause it and solve and then give me the answer. सो यहाँ पे पूछा है तुम्हें करंट ग्रोथ रेट, मतलब dn/dt तुम्हें पूछा है, तुम्हें r दे दिया है, n भी तुम्हें दे दिया है। सो dn/dt हमें कैलकुलेट करना है। n 100 है, k कैरिंग कैपेसिटी दे दिया है, 200 का तुम्हारे पास कैरिंग कैपेसिटी है, हाउसिंग एंड जो भी लिखा था। और r इंट्रिंसिक रेट ऑफ इंक्रीज है, मैंने बताया 0.1 है। तो dn/dt इज इक्वल टू आर एन इंटू के माइनस एन बाई के। एनसीईआरटी का बड़ा फेमस फॉर्मूला है, हर साल आता है। तो इसमें पुट करो, आंसर 5 आ जाएगा। डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन था ये भी। The population of finch birds with medium-sized beaks colonize an island with plants producing medium and large-sized beak, large-sized seeds. After a disease wipes out all plants with medium-sized seeds, what is most likely to happen to finches? तो क्या हुआ इसमें? एक डिजीज आया और जितने भी मीडियम साइज वाले सीड्स थे, प्लांट्स विद मीडियम साइज सीड्स, वो सारे खत्म हो गए, तो मीडियम साइज वाले गए। तो अब क्या होगा? सोचो। डार्विन फिंचेस वाला याद आ रहा है? अडेप्टिव रेडिएशन हुआ था। तो beaks will become larger as the result of adaptive radiation. Answer D. Okay. तो उन्हें लार्ज साइज सीड्स पे अब फीड करना पड़ेगा ना, क्योंकि प्लांट्स विद मीडियम साइज तो वाइप हो गए हैं, पूरे खत्म हो चुके हैं। चलो, मैंने जितने भी क्वेश्चंस अवेलेबल थे 2018 से 2023 के, वो मैंने ले लिए हैं। आई होप दैट दिस वीडियो वाज हेल्पफुल एंड प्लीज कमेंट डाउन हाउ मेनी ऑफ देम यू डिड राइट एंड लाइक, एंड कितने सही हुए वो तो बता ही देना। एंड यू कैन सब्सक्राइब बिकॉज तुम्हारी दीदी के सब्सक्राइबर्स नहीं बढ़ रहे हैं। सो इफ only if I get good views, and if not good views, then more engagement and more comments, then only I'll think of continuing this series and I'll make a PYQ series of every chapter. So thank you. Have a great day. Bye.